Well, we have another thought today that we'd like to share since we're talking about our panelists and some of the things that we all have been involved. We were blessed early this year, at the end of last year, we had the entire Melashenko family with us here. And Lani, for those of you who may have not been aware of, is a wonderful singer. He and his entire family, his father, Joe Melashenko, if Joe is listening, good evening, Joe.
Hi, Dad.
The entire family of the Melashenko are just wonderful singers.
Joe is in paradise.
In paradise, that's
Paradise,
right.
California.
Joe blessed us with his presence and the entire family, and then kindly John and those wonderful friends of John Brown University opened the door for us to use this wonderful old-fashioned building. It was kind of like a rock building with wood. It just looked like an old cabin.
Yeah, it originally was the Home Economics Building, and if you look at the dedication stone, it is actually the Blood Memorial Building on campus.
It's been there for many years.
Yeah, I don't know who the Blood family was, but that's the name on the building. Yeah, been there many years.
We were able to put together there a Christmas special program, which we call the Melashenko Family Christmas, a Melashenko Family Christmas. And by the way, we're going to air that again at the end of this year, so you don't want to miss that. But we felt that the program was such a blessing that we were invited to present it to a national and international award contest. And Lani, I have a special surprise for you today.
What's he going to do?
The Melashenko Family Christmas just won a National Angel Award, which we'd like to present in behalf of SafeTV to you and to your family.
Well, wonderful.
For excellence in media.
That is so exciting. On behalf of our Melashenko family, I wish my brother Jody could be here. He happens to be in Peru in Lake Titicaca doing a mission right now with about 100 physicians and students and building a floating school or something. But he was the wizard behind that. And my dad, of course, and Mom. This is the Angel Award, of course. This is what the Academy Awards are to the entertainment industry. The Angel Award is for those who in excellence in broadcasting, in particular in the area of religion. And really, this is yours, Carlos, because SafeTV produced this, and we were partners in that wonderful
We
event.
had a team effort.
That's
Everybody
right.
worked together, and so I just wanted you to...
Thank you. I have no acceptance speech other than to say praise the Lord.
Wonderful. Well, this is the power of media we can use to bless others, and just again, music is a very much part of media, and Dell, I'm sure through the years, you have done a lot of recordings, and people may want to get a hold of some of those. So those of you who would like to know more about Mel's music, you can go to our website at www.safetv.org, and right there under Purely Music you will see Dell Delker's music, and we'll be happy to see that you have more information about her recordings and music.
You know, it's a very special honor for me to get this award, realizing that it wouldn't have happened except that the John Brown University provided the environment. And so here we have Senator John Brown, whose grandfather started that university. We share this with you too. Thank you.
Well, I've had nothing to do with it, but on behalf of the university, Josh and I will say thank you. And I don't know, Josh, after this program here, I think you and I better start working on a book or a record album or something. I don't know.
We have no trophies.
Yeah, we're going to work on that. So.
Well, we have Don calling from California. Don, you're on the air. Thank you for calling tonight.
Hello, good evening to all of you.
Yes, good evening, Don.
And I want you to know that I went to college with HMS Richards Jr., and I know Joe Melashenko, Lonnie, and I saw our beautiful singer at La Sierra one year. At the beginning, towards the beginning of the program, moderator, you mentioned that you felt that the movie raised some questions and that perhaps didn't cover the real reason for Christ, and perhaps I'll add a little word to that. Maybe it doesn't show what we need to do. And in my conversation and my research on the internet, I decided we better do something about it. Now, I didn't know about this book Passion of the Ages. But I found out that Amazing Facts has published a book
Yes.
called The Passion of Love, which is also taken from the Desire of Ages.
Wonderful.
And we've ordered some. In the meantime, we've made up posters
Good.
and flyers, and the poster says, "The Passion of Christ raises some questions. This book has many of the answers."
Wonderful.
And we give a phone number, an 888 number, that they can call in and get the book free.
Good.
So I'm really excited to hear the response that you folks are having there tonight, and hearing these things about people giving away books that will help folks. And on the Passion book, I found out yesterday that the publishers have already printed over 200 and some thousand copies, and they're in the process of shipping those out now.
Wonderful. But the
So
more the
I
better.
just pray that God will take this thing that came from Hollywood and turn it into an action where people can find the Lord in a deeper sense.
Great. Well, Don, thank you so much for your call tonight. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
I have a thought, and I want to bounce this off those of you who have seen the movie, because as I mentioned earlier, I have yet to see it.
Okay.
It seems to me that The Passion is an incredibly emotional experience for people. And at the end of 2 hours and 6 minutes of just feeling your insides twisted into knots by the things that you're seeing on the screen, you may not be in the best position to make a decision for Christ right at that very moment. Because the decision to follow Christ is one where he says, count the cost. Think through this life-changing decision that you're going to make. And it seems to me that if Christians want to maximize the impact that they can have for the gospel using Mel Gibson's movie, a book like The Passion of the Ages or something else that somebody could take home and read and meditate on and take their time with would be a much more effective way to use this movie for the gospel than coming up to somebody who steps out of the theater and instantly saying, "Would you like to pray a prayer with me right now?"
Okay, that's a good thought.
Excellent
Very
thought.
good. Well, again, we are just about running out of time. We had 2 minutes left, but I want to express our appreciation for those of you who took the time to call tonight. And this is going to go on. This movie, now we're going into other Christian
I
celebrations.
think, one of the articles we read before tonight, it was kind of speculating, well, will Hollywood do copycat movies? Will there be a sudden raft of, Christian movies or something? And I noticed one channel was advertising a movie called The Last Temptation of Christ, which of course presents a very perverted and, unbiblical supposition about Christ. And
another one
so
called
forth.
Judas also.
Yeah, and so there may be more of a anti-reaction than positive. So I just like the movie portrays, and Mel Gibson has said, is there evil in the world? Yes, there is.
I was
And,
surprised this morning as I left at 5:30 and climbed into the vehicle to get to the Los Angeles airport, opened the Los Angeles Times, double pages. The Lord of the Rings has been the big mythological thing that's been so big. Here's a double page on the Chronicles of Narnia, which is, of course, C.S. Lewis. And I was pleased to see that at least we're going to be moving maybe in some of those directions with Christian novels that could do some unusual teaching.
Well,
too.
you would hope that there would be a positive benefit there, but it's hard to have a commercial success and also portray the gospel message with accuracy, and so we'll have to see what happens.
And
here.
Josh's observation is correct, though. I mean, once Jesus is lifted up, those powers that were represented as evil in the movie and the woman there in the background are going to be inflamed and enraged too, so we will see reactions.
Well, and Jesus' charge was to go make disciples, so I think what you're saying is there may be a longer-term opportunity with people.
Well, thank you again, all of our panelists, for being with us, especially Dale Delker. Thank you for being with us. You've been a blessing to us.
My pleasure.
Thank you, our good friend Lani Milashenko, and of course Josh, and our senator, which you'll see more often in our panel as we continue with America Talks. Thank you for those of you who called. We'll be here next week, same place, same time, for another edition of America Talks.